Definitely feels like it's going to rain today. Because you can feel spots in the air. So today we are off to the Sammy Miller Motorcycle Museum. It's about 65 miles, not too far from the south coast. And we are going to avoid motorways. So, let's go. I'm hoping my GoPro is okay because I've just moved it. I've been using the first time I went out using a GoPro, I was using a chest mount, and all it was doing on the bike was pointing towards the tank. So I had to very quickly move that onto a sort of a swivel mount, a 360 ball swivel mount on the handlebars of the bike, and then that was absolutely fine. And then the microphone cable decided to pack up, so a lot of the stuff I was recording was just in complete silence. It was alright when I got to where I was going, because the on-board microphone picked up everything I was saying, but it just didn't make for brilliant footage. So I've got a new microphone, which is one apparently is designed for GoPros, because they do have to be of a certain specification, not just the right lead, but I don't know why, I'm not an electronics person. So anyway, I got the right one, that works fine, and I've moved to the GoPro. I've stuck two helmet mounts on my helmet, one on the side, one on the top, and I've just got it mounted on there. So I'm really hoping it works. The sound is picked up okay on the bike without too much wind noise outside, and all picked up at all, and that the GoPro doesn't come flying off its mount, or the mount comes flying off the helmet, I should say, because they're literally just on there with these sticky pads that are designed for, they're very thin and very stiff, so they're kind of designed not to, it's not just like a couple of these cheap little square sticky things you'll put sort of pictures up with, like little picture hook things, but so hopefully it does the job, and maybe it came off, because I might not notice it come off. I think I probably would, but I don't know. But if it does come off, it's going to end up in a dozen pieces anyway. So anyway, let's get on with the ride, shall we? Wow, so we're down in the Test Valley. So the battery died in my GoPro, so I don't know how much, good God, how much video footage has been lost. But here we are. I've just pulled up. I'm going to just have a quick orange juice break. This bike is looking very dirty. Just look at the oh my God, just look at the side casings there. That's the so the left side cover, which is the clutch side. You can see from the clutch cable anyway, and it's really manky looking, isn't it? Basically that engine needs to come out and be completely cleaned up out of the bike and repainted. And I think what I'd like to do with them clutch covers is just strip them down and give a good going over. Anyway, runs fine. It's a little workhorse, this. Radiator needs a bit of a clean. That one, fins are pretty caked, aren't they? So yeah, God, it looks dirty, doesn't it? Spare battery, dead. Forgot to charge them. Rookie error. You know what I've done to this bike since I've had it? Well, I've had it a number of years. And whilst it looks absolutely filthy, I've rebuilt the forks. So it just involves completely stripping them to pieces. And fresh oil, new oil seals, and so on. You can see I put back the old sort of rubber dust covers in, because they're, you know, the oil seal's there. The oil seal is there to do the job, and the dust cover's kind of almost, I don't know what that's there for. It's just to protect the oil seal, I suppose. But there you go. So I've done that. I've done the front wheel bearing. I've done the head bearings, top and bottom. I've done the rear brake disc, brake switch, endless clutch and brake levers I've replaced on it. So sort of tinkering jobs really. Obviously oil changes. I've taken the restrictors out, so that involved getting the tank off, carburetors and airbox out, and taking the restrictors out. Changed the plugs, checked all the fluids, done numerous and regular oil changes and filter changes. So inside it's nice. And the sort of the major thing I've done, not on this bike but on its spare engine, is I've stripped the spare engine completely down and rebuilt it. I have to say it looks a little bit better than this one. When you look at the covers, oh my god, that's shocking. So if I had the time, this is something you could just it's so bashed and smacked. I mean, look, you've got this radiator cover's cracked, the one on the other side's cracked, that side cover's completely broken. It wouldn't take much work to completely strip this bike down and put it back together and it looks showroom. Even things like, you know, these down pipes, they look rusty but they're fine. But if you take them off, you could clean them up and spray them up and it just looks showroom again. But there's too many cracks and bashes on this bike. Too much work really. You've got tank covered in dents. You've got this rear seat cowl is all cracked on one side because I came off it a couple of years ago. It's all smacked up and cracked down there. That's alright. But I don't think I'd ever sell this bike in one piece. I think what I'd do is I'd sell it in sort of bits really. Because people always after bits for this bike. In the last few months I've sold 2 of these back boxes where I've just bought bits cheap and sold them on. And yeah, you can make yourself a nice little bit of a profit on the bike bits. So we're going to head on, continue on our journey. As we've got now 24 miles to go. That's a sign of a lively bike, isn't it, when it just fires up so fast. Charging well, nothing wrong with that stator, is there? A nice place, isn't it? Well, it says motorcycle parking to the rear, but it's just, yeah, parking. I don't really mind where I put it, but going to park it somewhere Park it over. I just want to get near the wall, so if it does belt down a rain, I've got a wet seat. Oh, that's no good. Oh, you get on its centre stand, we go round a point. That's not working at all, is it? Do it that way. That was practically stood up, that bike, even on its side stand, so get it on its centre stand. There you go. Sorted. Well, a complete doofus. I didn't bring my chest harness. I bought the different harness. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to video really, not easily anyway. Look at that, that is awesome. The Vincent. 1950, Black Shadow. It's 1 litre. It's an astonishing engine block. Now there's a flat tanker with a difference. It's just beautiful, isn't it? So the upper level of the museum's got a fantastic array of much older motorcycles dating back. That's a rally push bike with Power Pack's motor. Just see on the back of the bike there, look. But yeah, you find a lot of the much older motorcycles up on the upper level. Difficult to date some of these. These are scooters from the 20s. This is from the very earliest part of the 20th century. It's crazy, isn't it? You'd have had to have a lot of money to own something like this. I do love the flat tankers. 2 sorry, 2.25 horsepower. How can you build something like that and only get 2.25 horsepower out of it? That was £42 new. I guess back in 1924, most people wouldn't have earned that in a lot of years. (1918). That's a very strange configuration, isn't it? BMW R11 1928. BMW R11 sounds modern, doesn't it? But this is nearly 90 years old. It's still got its very distinct boxer engine.